Okay, welcome everybody to another Rhino League. Going to be running this list through today, which is a list by ArchaeusDota, who won the Modern Challenge over the weekend. Looks like a really clean list. We are in 4 colours, although we have one or two, I think 2 triomes to give us blacks, so that Leyline Binding costs 1 mana. But we are really only in, green, red, blue, white. White also gives us access to 3 copies of Ardent Plea, and I can see a spicy one here. We're trying out, I say we're, ArchaeusDota has put in a Arcane Proxy, which is an interesting one from the new Brothers War set. So you can bring it in for 3 mana as a 2/1, and it's like a Snapcaster Mage for an instant or sorcery, but you cast it without paying its mana cost. So in this deck it's just cast Crashing Footfalls for free from the graveyard. Pretty stock sideboard. The full playsets of Force of Vigor, Endurance are running 2 Blood Moon, which is pretty amazing that we're able to do that in a 4 color mana base. But yeah, are running 2 copies of Blood Moon and then 4 copies of Mystical Dispute as well. Got an extra Gemstone Caverns in the sideboard just for the games where we are on the draw, just trying to catch up on mana and make Rhinos on turn 2 on the draw. So yeah, really excited to give it a go. Do go and check out ArchaeusDota on Twitch. They have a lot of sort of writings about Rhinos and stuff, so yeah, do go and check them out. But yeah, let's get into round number 1 with this Rhinos deck. Hope everyone's doing well today. Do please consider subscribing if the content is something you're liking. We're currently testing for sort of RCQs coming up. Got one more this year, Dark Sphere in London in a couple of weeks time. So yeah, just looking for a list to run. Didn't do so well with creativity over the weekend, so yeah, I'm just trying out a few different things before zeroing in on a list later. But yeah, let's try out Rhinos. What do we think of this? I think this has okay. We could fetch Stomping Ground this, then play this, but then we can't Fire Ice. If we go and get Triome, no, I think I'm going to mulligan this. It just doesn't. Ice on the play is very nice, but then we don't have any way to Rhinos or 3. I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. I think we can do better. Sadly, this is not better. So I'm going to mulligan again. This hand is better, so we'll keep this. I think we're going to. So we'll keep, and we have to put back 2 cards. So it's definitely not a land. It could be Footfalls. I think it's Footfalls, Fire Ice. Sorry, Dead Gone. Because if the opponent goes turn 1 Ragavan, we can fire it instead of needing to hold on to Dead Gone. Cavern of Souls for human. What's this going to be? Champion of the Parish. That's an interesting one. So we need green mana. What does this make? Plain Swamp Forest. So we can get. I mean, it's not Breeding Pool. It could be Temple Garden in case we draw Ardent Plea. We've got blue. We kind of need red as well, though. Not easy. I think we're just going to get Indatha Triome. Oh, that makes plains actually. Yeah, so yeah, we'll get that. That casts Ardent Plea as well. Okay, so we'll play Otawara, and then what I think we're going to do is just ice the land. We could kill the Champion of the Parish, but we really don't want to get Thaliad here. Okay, we find another fetch, which is pretty good. Probably going to hold on to that. Okay, so that's fine. You know, fire would have killed both of these, but like I say, if the opponent goes Thalia, we're just in real deep trouble. That is a good draw. I think we're just going to go Gemstone Caverns, make 10 power. Hopefully find a red card for this Fury. Meddling Mage. Yeah, Meddling Mage also would have been a problem last turn. So yeah, the opponent, yeah, naming Crashing Footfalls. Okay, Stomping Ground's actually pretty good. Notably, we can't suspend. That's an interesting point. You know, we can't suspend the Footfalls with Meddling Mage here. So I think we're just going to attack in with both Rhinos. I think we're happy to trade. Are we happy to trade one Rhino for one human? I think so. Yeah, I think we're happy to trade here. If the opponent wants to double block, which they don't. So we'll go Misty Rainforest pass. Not sure if we'll block with Shardless Agent. Okay, Thalia's Lieutenant. That's pretty good because, you know, Fury is getting sort of less potent. That's now a 5/5. But if they attack with both of these, we can Fury and then win the game. So we're going to get the other Triome here because that makes Mountain. Okay. Fiery Islet. So we'll shock in. Just going to cast Fury here. Unfortunately, that Champion of the Parish is now bigger than our Rhinos. So I think we're just going to kill Thalia's Lieutenant, Meddling Mage. I think. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then pass the turn. If we attack with everything, so let's say we attack with all of this. Opponent goes block, block. They are left with just a Champion of the Parish, but we lose all of our Rhinos. We get through. Is it worth just attacking with everything? I don't think so at this point. Yeah, don't think so at this point. Another Meddling Mage, pretty good. I suppose they could name Fury here, but probably naming Crashing Footfalls again. Opponent does have a 6/6 Champion of the Parish, which is a bit worrying. Two of the opponent's lands are Horizon Canopies. Leyline Binding is a fantastic draw. I think we're going to crack the Fiery Islet. Okay, so we draw pretty poorly. So what we could do is attack with everything. The opponent will go block, block. We can then trample over 6 of it. What if we go binding first? Binding this. The opponent then goes block here. They have to then block with Meddling Mage. I don't think... If we attack and they let one Rhino go through... If they don't block both Rhinos, they take 6, 7, 8. No, let's say they block both Rhinos. I think we just attack with everything, actually. How much damage would we be taking on the swing back? 6, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I think we'll attack with everything here. Opponent probably blocks. Okay, so they're blocking a Fury. So now we're just going to go... Actually, that's just lethal because we get through with 10 damage. Yeah. So 10 for Xaxes. Okay, so let's see if we want to sideboard anything. So humans is a weird one. I remember playing versus humans quite a lot back in, what would it have been? Back when, I think I would have been on Mardu Pyromancer. Those were the good days. I think that deck was one of my favourites ever. But there was a big debate. I remember when, back in the day when I was running a Blood Moon deck in Mardu Pyromancer, is Blood Moon good against humans? And I feel like it probably is now. We didn't see Ether Vial there. We definitely want to take out all of these Force of Negations. I think we'll just bring in these 3 cards. And then probably just like Endurance as a blocker. Mystical Dispute does counter Meddling Mage and Deputy of Detention. And at worst comes to worst, it is just a bad mana leak. But they are running Cavern of Souls. Yeah, I think I'd rather have a 3/4 blocker. They might be running the new Extraction Specialist as well. All these cards are amazing. All these cards, obviously, we never cut. And then these cards we never cut. Yeah, I think that's fine. We are up to 25 lands, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I think we can just go with that. The extra Gemstone Caverns. Yeah. I mean, this sounds great. Yeah, put Gemstone Caverns. We'll probably get rid of a land here, and we can even Dead Gone on turn 1, which is just insane. Yeah, let's pitch another Wooded Foothills. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Yeah, we can Dead Gone and then Fire Ice. Oh, we don't have a Cascader actually. Chalice of the Void. Okay, so we don't actually have any answers to that in our. I don't know if we have any answers to that. We've got Otawara. God, this hand would have been so good. Pass the turn. We're going to ice here. Haven't got quite the same backup plan that we used to when we used to have things like Bone Crusher Giant. We are running... I think we're going to go and get a basic forest here. Because that's a multicolour land anyway. And we don't want to take much damage. So just go ice this. Because don't really want to get Thaliaed. Ah! Okay, so I was obviously completely forgetting about Leyline Binding being an insane magic card. Right, so Island, Swamp, Mountain, Forest. So then we can Leyline Binding for Island, Swamp, Mountain, Forest. So Leyline Binding would cost 2 mana. So rather than fetching here, or we could go fetch Shock, suspend Footfalls. No, I think it's fine. I think we will suspend. Although, how much does this cost now? It's 2. Okay, so we can't suspend. Yeah, I mean, I did read a little bit of a primer by ArchaeusDota, and you know, Leyline Binding is just a huge upgrade for the deck. Can't cast non-creature spells with mana value. Okay, so we'll go Leyline Binding because that does turn off Leyline Binding, but next turn we can just go fetch Shock, dead this, because I think this does, if no mana, yeah, okay, so we'll go this. So we need, let's go dead, kill this. And then we need either blue or white here. We haven't actually got white, so we'll go and get white, I think. So go and get Temple Garden. This is turn 3. Turn 3, we've dealt with 2 powerful hate pieces. Yeah, this feels really good. Make 8 power, say go. Next time we're probably cycling this triome. Urza's Saga, an interesting one out of humans here. Meddling Mage, probably a turn too late for the opponent. I mean, yeah, they might even name Fury. Yeah, they name Fury now. And Athalia, okay. So I think we're just not going to care and start bashing in. I think we cycle here. So let's go cycle this. Okay, Violent Outburst, actually really nice here. So it's worth remembering Gemstone Caverns is legendary, so cannot make another land there. Okay. So we've got this Violent Outburst, so I think we're going to use it to get through extra damage here. That is a Fury. So yeah, we'll attack with everything. Assuming the opponent won't do anything, we'll just Violent Outburst. Oh, it does cost us 4 mana. Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe I've done that. That's really bad. So, yeah, we can't actually do that because there's a Thalia. So this is a point where I needed to go. Should have done that pre-combat. It's just a bad pump spell at this point. Oh, yeah, because Thalia taxes both the Violent Outburst and the Crashing Footfalls. Yeah, that was really bad. That was entirely on me. And now I think the opponent can go and get Shadow Spear and possibly come back into this game. Yeah, they make another token, get Shadow Spear. These become quite large. Really needed to play that land. I mean, yeah, Violent Outburst still got in for 2 damage, but yeah, that's the kind of thing that really need to be thinking about. And yeah, pretty annoyed at myself. I'd imagine a lot of people, if you're watching, would just be, don't do it. But yeah. So Shadow Spear. There's a Saga, an interesting addition to humans here. So would imagine they don't make the tokens. So that probably means they don't have a land in hand because they want to equip Shadow Spear here. Equip it onto Meddling Mage. Attack for 3. Okay. So we're just going to swing in, I think. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, now we're really getting punished. So if we attack for everything, the opponent will go up to 8. I think we are just attacking. Yeah, the opponent has, we could just attack with one thing. Is that just better? Actually, yeah, I think just attacking with one is better here. If we attack with both, the opponent will block a Rhino. They'll block a Rhino. Oh, they could just block with Thalia if we only attack with one, though. Yeah. We're just attacking with everything here. Yeah, I think we just need to keep getting over with damage. They go to 3. Hopefully we're not going to take 9. Opponent can gain another 3 up to 6. Don't know what the opponent's got in hand. They'll go up to 6. Take. They are attacking with everything. So they got a removal spell of some sort. Ratchet Bomb. 1 white mana. So, Path to Exile. What if we just attack? Well, if they've got 1 removal spell, let's say they've got Path to Exile, or I guess it could be Solitude, but then we gain some life. I think we're just attacking here, because if we attack with 1, it's the same thing, because they just path or whatever our blocker. They must have something here. Okay, so it is Solitude. Solitude entered the exile zone. So we're going to gain 4 up to 8. Opponent takes some damage. Question is, do we Blood Moon them? I don't think so. Actually, I think we... When are our other Rhinos coming down? Next turn. So actually, yeah, I think we're just going to Blood Moon here. You know, it turns off... It turns off quite a lot from the opponent. They do have a basic planes, but they can't then Meddling Mage or Lavinia. We're getting Rhinos next turn. Yeah, I think we're just going to do this. Maybe just hold up the basic forest. Oh, we need the forest as well. Pass the turn. I think that's fine. You know, it stops them. I feel like it stops quite a lot from the opponent's deck. This is going to be slapping him for 5 next turn, so it is lethal. Ardent Plea. Yeah, when playing Rhinos, do you remember Ardent Plea does not go to the graveyard, it sticks around. It is an enchantment. And we'll be giving our Rhino Exalted next turn. Okay, well the opponent is attacking with everything, so they probably have another Solitude effect. Unless they've forgotten about Exalted, which is also entirely possible. Or they've got a blocker. Imperial Recruiter. Okay, so that is a blocker. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so they get Lieutenant, but we are making some Rhinos here. We do have to pay 1 for the Thalia attacks. That is an outrageous draw. So, so we just go kill this. And attack 4/5. Opponent needs exactly Solitude. Okay, so despite the punt with Violent Outburst and Crashing Footfalls, yes, needed to play the extra land. We do get the deck kind of bailing us out, but yeah, deck performed really quite well. Maybe not a deck that we should expect to see too much, the 5-color humans, but looked like they were innovating with Urza Saga and Solitude, so definitely an interesting one. But yeah, let's see how we get on for round number 2. Right, so we're on the draw here. I think this hand weirdly is okay, although it's got turn 2, turn 3, but I think we're going to mulligan it. 5 lands is a lot, and we do have 2 Gemstone Caverns in our deck, so well, that's a Gemstone Caverns. So I think we'll keep this, and we'll put. It might just be Crashing Footfalls on the bottom actually, because we're probably not going to use that. Yeah, let's put Crashing Footfalls on the bottom, but we are going to have to lose another card. The Gemstone Caverns. Get rid of Fury. I mean, this is using a lot of cards from our hand, but I think worth it here. Scalding Tarn, so not sure what this is just yet. Okay, Flooded Strand is a nice draw. So let's go. We're going to want to Fire Ice here. Let's go Flooded Strand. I think if we shock in, it might give away potentially that we're going to want to ice a land. Yeah, okay, so the opponent doesn't actually fetch, which is well played there. Beseiju. So right away thinking that this is probably creativity, and I'm pretty anxious about Spell Pierce, so I think we're going to go and get, it's probably just Steam Vents here. Yeah, and I think we're just going to ice a land anyway. Okay, opponent goes and grabs Island. Growth Spiral. Interesting. Okay. Well, I was wrong in what this was, but we are going to make 10 power here. Cast the Footfalls. Make 10 power, say go. We've got, if we can get through this turn with nothing too bad happening to us, we can hopefully then sort of protect Rhinos. We've got a kill spell as well, which is nice. Iteration, pretty good here. Fire Ice. So are they going to... Okay, so they don't do anything here. Okay, so I think we'll just play the Islet. Attack for 10. Opponent did shock in. They might have another Fire Ice. I think we let Expressive Iteration go. Well, opponent doesn't hit anything of note and concedes. So, okay, so we are against what looks like some sort of Scape Shift style deck. Could be Creativity. I did see a Creativity list from the challenge over the weekend that was running. I think it was Creativity into Archon, or I think there was Primeval Titan in there as well. But I don't know. I feel like that's less likely. So we definitely want Blood Moon, and I think we're bringing in the Gemstone Caverns on the draw. Dead Gone less likely to be good here. Mystical Dispute looks like it might be okay. Fury kills Dryad. So does Force of Vigor, but how much are we thinking they're going to be bringing in something like Chalice of the Void? Is there anything we should be thinking about taking out? I guess, yeah, let's take out a couple of Furies, maybe bring in a couple of Force of Vigors. Is Fury going to be that good at all? They are running Brennan 6 as well. Let's try this, and then maybe we should be cutting a land for Gemstone Caverns, especially since we're bringing in Blood Moon. Must remember to take out the Gemstone Caverns on the play. Probably for another Mystical Dispute. Okay, so easy mulligan here, no lands. Yeah, this is a lot better. Gonna just bottom the Fury. We can turn to binding their Brennan 6 potentially. Turn 3, make 10 power. Okay. So yeah, I need to make sure we've got turn 2 binding. Shouldn't be too difficult. So let's just go land pass. We did see Fire Ice from the opponent. Could be Renin 6 here. Chalice. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna want to leyline binding that. So we're going to get in Dather. Although Islands, actually it's probably Xander's Lounge here, so that we can fetch Temple Garden. Because if we go in Dather and the opponent goes Fire Ice it, yeah, we'll get Xander's Lounge. This way we can definitely cast Binding this turn. Opponent thinking in our upkeep, so it could well be Fire Ice. If they do, we probably just do Leyline Binding at sorcery speed, because they might be running Spell Pierce. Okay, just go Misty Rainforest, pass. Probably going to look to binding. I think it's just now, right? No mana up. We could have waited until their turn. Looks like it might be a Renin 6. Yep, Renin 6. We don't mind too much about Renin 6. Okay, goes and fetches a basic, so playing around Blood Moon here. Mystical Dispute, okay, so that's a good one for the next time, but we're just going to go for it here, so Shardless Agent. Cast a Crashing Footfalls, please. Okay, so the opponent does have Spell Pierce, but we do at least get our Shardless Agent down. And then next turn we can go Ardent Plea, hold up Mystical Dispute. Don't think we're bothering to attack Renin 6. How afraid are we of something like Escape Shift next turn? Not too much. Okay, opponent goes and gets some. Oh, actually, yeah. So we should go. We'll go land. We'll Ardent Plea before combat, so that the Shardless Agent gets an extra point of power. Cast this Footfalls. It's got another Spell Pierce, which we will happily Mystical Dispute. We'll go and get Island here. Do have to think a little bit about our own Blood Moon. Yeah, so I don't think we're bothering about the Ren and 6. You know, they won't get to ultimate before these Rhinos kill them, just assuming they do nothing else. Okay, expressive iteration. So we'd quite like to draw. Force of negation would be good. I don't mind Blood Moon either. Is that our one of Mystical Dispute as well? Yeah. Okay, so we're bringing in more Mystical Disputes. We're just attacking for 10 here. Opponent might be out of basics. Okay, so they shock into 12. Okay, so I think we'll just cycle that straight off. Okay, Arcane Proxy, not a bad draw. So yeah, we're just attacking everything at the opponent. They get a 2. I mean, yeah, we're probably just going to get scape shifted here or something. Yeah. Okay, that's unfortunate. Turn before they die. We'll make them show it to us here. No harm in doing that. Just make sure they do in fact have enough mountains left. Maybe we shouldn't have gone so low on life, although I think we did need to fetch shocked in order to that's 5, so I think that's going to be enough triggers. Yeah, 15 all up face, sure. Okay, so we'll take out the rest of the Furies and we'll take out a Gemstone Caverns. So you got they did bring in Chalice, so we're going to bring in Mystical Dispute, I think another Dispute and another Force. Then is there anything else? What do we think about Arcane Proxy for another? I think Arcane Proxy is probably a bit slow in this one. We'll bring in another Mystical Dispute. Yeah, I think that's fine. Mystical Dispute's good against Iteration and Spell Pierce, Growth Spiral potentially. Okay, so that's a 1-lander. Sadly we have to mulligan that. That is also a 1-lander that we're going to have to mulligan. This is better. So we'll put 1 Plain Swamp Forest Island Mountain. That is full domain, so we'll just get rid of Gemstone Caverns. Yeah, mulling to oh no, that's not what we want to do. Mulliganing to 5 on the play, obviously not great, especially when the opponent's kept 7. But you know, for a mull to 5, the hand's pretty good. Okay, Plainswamp Forest. Okay, so we can play the Steam Vents and then hold up Leyline Binding for a nice 0 mana. Sorry, 1 mana. 0 mana would just be insane. Right, so Violent Outburst is obviously the best one to have here. So Forest, yeah, so we can play the Flooded Strand and pass. As soon as the opponent cracks that fetch land, we will go for Violent Outburst here. So they definitely have Spell Pierce. Alright, we'll go and get an island. just to make it also makes the opponent think that we might be blood mooning them next turn. Yeah, there's no point in trying to play around with Spell Pierce here, I don't think, because we've got another one. Fortunately, the opponent does have it by the look of it. Okay. No. Okay, so we'll... do we need to think about Leyline Binding anything? I think we'd rather save the life. Oh, although we do need to shock in order to play the Leyline Binding, so... sorry, in order to play this. This, and... guess we'll hold up green. Make the opponent... Well, actually, we can't have Veil of Summer here, so... yeah, we'll cast Crushing Footfalls. We've got some decent cards in hand. Fire Ice able to potentially do something. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's really brutal. And a Renin 6 as well. Yeah. Not looking good for us here. Right, so we'll attack the opponent. Sometimes they won't crack the EE. Yeah, so hit 9 here, afraid that we'll have another one. Okay, so we're going to binding the Renin 6 here. I think. And then I think we'll ice. I think I'd rather ice than draw. Yeah. Okay, so we'll ice the Triome. Yeah, opponent's going to blow up the EE. Yikes, we draw another land. Could be another Renin 6. Opponent got 4 cards in hand, so we need to make Rhinos essentially. Arcane Proxy, a decent draw. I think we'll go and get Forest here, just in case we draw Blood Moon. Okay, are we binding another Renin 6? I think so. Or do we need to save it for... like a Dryad or something? We'll go for it here. Okay, so we get rid of Renin 6. Got Scape Shift again. Yikes, they do have Scape Shift. So yeah, I think we just lose here. I feel like this should have been an okay matchup. Didn't have any of the Force of Negations or anything. That's probably enough damage. It's probably going to be 18, is it? Yeah. Sure. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Don't know if we did anything wrong there. I think we sideboarded fine. I think Yeah, the engineered explosives was really rough. Yeah, the spell pierce as well. Yeah, the opponents have really good. I think this deck's probably pretty good. Maybe we were meant to mulligan to Blood Moon. Although we did mull to 5. We mulled 2 1-landers as well, game 3. So maybe we got a bit unfortunate there. But there we go. It happens. See you for round 3. Right. This is an interesting hand. I think we're going to keep it. Don't know. See how this goes. Would have been much nicer on the play. But, you know, it's turn 3 Rhinos, turn 4 Rhinos, so turn 4 Rhinos in a variety of ways as well. Okay, Fury. Not a bad draw, actually. So, Bloodstained Mire, I think we're going to hedge and just go and grab a basic forest here, just in case this is scam. Really don't want to get just blown out by Blood Moon. Okay, so they probably have Douthie Voidwalker here. Could also be Dashed Ragavan. So if it's Douthie Voidwalker, we do have to kill that, because otherwise they make Rhinos. Leyline Binding. That is something that we didn't think about when we fetched the basic forest. So if we go and get a dual land, that's 3. I think we just have to Fury now. I think it's just Fury. Although we could wait a turn, but then if they Thoughtseize take Fury, yeah, I think we have to go for it. So evoke trigger on the stack first so that we can kill this. Then go, I think it's, yeah, we'll go Flooded Strand, and then we can fetch an island if the opponent does Blood Moon us. They did fetch a basic swamp here. But they are running at least, most decks are running at least 2 main deck Blood Moons these days. Okay, Ragavan. Oh, crikey. So if the last card in the opponent's hand is one of those, is a reanimate spell. It's not, so that's something at least. I think we had to Fury there. Maybe we should have waited a turn. Right, so we want to go and get Indatha, I think. Plain Swamp Forest. Yeah. Okay. Although now we can't cast the Arcane Proxy, but there's no Rhinos in the graveyard anyway. Another Binding. How much does Binding cost? It does cost 3. We don't have any islands, so we can just do this. Pass the turn. We are going to have to Binding the Ragavan. But we'll wait until beginning of combat, so they can't dash another one. We win the game. Okay, pretty sure that wasn't over. I mean, it probably was next turn if we're drawing that, but okay. So Gemstone Caverns comes in. We want to keep all the Fire Ices. The Forced Legations probably come out. Maybe they are often running, so Blood Moon is a problem. I think some of them run Chalice of the Void in the sideboard. So the question, I suppose, is, are we bringing in Force of Vigors? And I think the answer is probably yes. So we'll bring in at least 3 of these. Well, we'll bring in 3, something like that. That's probably fine. Let's try that anyway. On that note, if anyone does have a good guide to Rhinos or can point me in the direction of any any good material on it, I would be very keen to have a look. So if you could send it my way, that'd be fab. Right, another interesting one. I think this is okay. So Plain Swamp Forest. So we can fetch Steam Vents. We'll go with it and we'll see what happens. It's got turn 2 binding. It's got a couple of ways to kill a Grief. Opponent's mulled to 6. It could be scammed here. So no scam, and also no turn 1 Ragavan. So it could be turn 1 Voidwalker though. I think we're just going to lead off on Triome, because then if we fetch Steam Vents, we can actually double spell next turn. Because we can go binding plus Dead Gone. Probably going to be Voidwalker here. Torak. Okay, so we can't binding that. But we will. Force of Vigor, not the worst draw. Okay, so we'll fetch Steam. Well, we've got Force of Vigor for Blood Moon, so that's fine. Plain Swamp Forest, Island Mountain. Yeah, so we'll just Dead Gone that. Don't think there's anything we need to worry about holding the Dead Gone for. I guess a Ragavan, but we've got 2 Leyline bindings. If they fetch, yeah, if they go Blood Moon here, Necromentia. Oh, yikes. Okay, didn't expect that one. Can we win the game through Necromentia? We've still got Furies. We haven't got any Endurances. It's unlikely. We've got a lot of answers. Is it worth just conceding to conceal the fact that we've brought in things like Force of Vigor? What we've got, the only things we've got that can deal damage is Shardless Agent and Fury. Well, I think we'll continue. This is possibly garbage time, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility. You know, we've got a lot of removal here. You know, we've got Arcane Proxy, we've got yeah, Arcane Proxy, we've got Furies, which I don't think we sided any out. So yeah, drawing lands now is absolutely fine. So I think we're just going to fetch a forest here. You know, just play around Blood Moon a little bit more, and then we'll ice a land. Just try and draw some cards. We could save ice as a burn spell, but okay, draw another ice. Maybe we are meant to do that. Maybe tapping lands here. Well, I guess it stops them Toracking us. Season Pyromancer are pretty good. I think good enough that we're just going to binding it. we can fire the tokens, but we're looking for Fury really. Okay, so just go land. I think we'll just do that now. Pass the turn. So we're going to want to go and get more. We're going to get the other triome here. Nothing really going on the other side of the table. Yeah, going and getting red mana so that at some point we can hopefully cast a Fury if we find one. Well, there is a Fury. Okay, so I think now we're just going to ice one of the lands, try and find our next land. Also potentially make it less likely the opponent can hard cast a Fury. Okay, more removal. So we're chock full of removal. It might be the case that we're not meant to... Okay, that's pretty good. I was going to say it might be the case that we're not meant to Fury until they cast something. We don't really just want to put our Fury out there to get lightning bolted. Okay, so the opponent quite wisely taking the Fury. If we find Charlotte's Agent, I mean, yeah, we'll probably play this. You know, we'll play a 2/2. Opponent knows our entire deck anyway, so okay, so see what okay, so we draw another Fury, so but we can find our next land. But yeah, like I say, it might be that we just want to keep the Fury until the opponent plays something. Okay, opponent terminating our Charlotte's Agent, so that's only good for us. Because yeah, at some point we're going to cast this Fury. Well, maybe not. Opponent finds another Thoughtseize. We are running out of creatures now. But the opponent also loses 2 life there. I guess they're holding on to their creatures. We've got 2 Furies left, 3 Charlotte's Agents. Is that it that can deal damage? Maybe. Oh, we've got an Arcane Proxy. That if we cast it for 7, can actually cast Fire Eyes. Don't know what the opponent's got in hand. They've got 3 cards. They might all be like the reanimate spells. Are we casting Ardent Plea? I feel like we probably are. Plains. Yeah. Cascade again. But it turns Fury into a 4/4 double striker on when it attacks. The opponent's also got to win the game through our bountiful removal. Plentiful. Plentiful removal. Okay, Violent Outburst. Yeah, we have got quite a few dead draws now. Necromancer, pretty good card against us, obviously. We've got 4 more points of burn in the deck. Okay, there's a land, that's fine. So see what they have. Okay, so they cast a Grief. So I think we want to use Dead Gone here. So we use Dead Gone again. They might have more of those type effects. Do we let them lose 2 life? Because they're taking nothing of note here. I think we're going to let them lose 2 life here. Oh, no. Oh, we can't. Oh, they lose 2 life and then we just leyline binding. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, maybe that wasn't the best exchange for us. Opponent's going to take Force of Vigor. Well, that's a Shardless Agent. Wonder in paper if we would have to go through all of it or just turn over the deck. So here you go, opponent, have a look. Well, we have made a creature, and we can actually double Violent Outburst at some point. We're probably using one here. I think we're going to fetch. I think it's just, yeah, we'll get an island now. So Gemstone Caverns, how big does that make this? That's 3. I think we're going to go for 1. There's no reason why not here. Put the opponent to... I mean, if the opponent doesn't have anything to... Well, maybe we were meant to go for it here. Okay. Yeah, obviously the good thing about this one is the opponent wonders what we've got instead of Gemstone Caverns, but maybe we were meant to just deal an extra point of damage there. Don't know what the opponent's got in hand. Actually, is there any point in Violent Outbursting here? So now we'll play the land. Attack. I think we will Violent Outburst, actually. Because it just means that actually, the opponent could probably, yeah, they could work out exactly what we've got in hand here, if they were such inclined. Okay, well, we put them to 2. They are in Fire Ice range now. We've gone through 3 copies of Fire Ice. They're also dead next turn to this Shardless Agent. Maybe they've got Fatal Push in hand. What is this? EE for 2. Okay. And we win. Well, the Shardless Agent beatdown. That's a crazy game. I'm glad we didn't concede. Our hand was chock filled with removal. Opponent just didn't ever find anything. That is part of the trouble with Scam, I guess. You end up with Feign Deaths and Undying Malices in hand. That Malakir Rebirth really hurt them for 2 life, and we were actually once we put them to 2, we actually had some pretty good draws. Arcane Proxy wins the game. The other Fire Ice wins the game. But yeah, okay, well, interesting game. See you for the next one. Right, we're on the play here for round number 4. This hand's fine. Turn 3 Rhinos, turn 4 Rhinos. Potentially turn 5 Rhinos as well if we spend on 1, which I think we probably will. Gonna go and grab, I think, Temple Garden here. Make sure we got our white mana for leyline binding. Concealed Courtyard. Okay, so this is hammer time. Been a bit of a resurgence in hammer time recently. Crashing Footfalls not a good draw. Do we want to think about Ottawa-ing something here? I think so. I should have played the Wooded Foothills really. But yeah. End of turn well, Thoughtseize, sure. They take Violent Outburst, which is fair enough. Well, this makes it very difficult because if the opponent has land hammer in hand, they just win the game next turn. So in actual fact, we'll just we should have just bounced this and then made Rhinos potentially. I think we'll just suspend, say go. Yeah, because it's not too difficult for the opponent to just have it here. Maybe we should have bounced this end of turn. Opponent got another Thoughtseize. They do have another Thoughtseize, but they can't take the Ottawa obviously. So last turn, if we went bounce this, the opponent couldn't have gone activate and play hammer and play this. Yeah, they take Shardless Agent. They've played a land this turn. I wonder if we're meant to Ottawa here. I feel like we probably are. Use our mana. The opponent's played a land here. Forest, plains, island, mountains. So we haven't got a swamp, but we can't actually fetch an untapped swamp. So I guess we might just get basic forest. No, Stomping Ground's probably fine. In case we need double red for Fury. I think this is fine. Oh, this costs... Oh yeah, this costs 4 mana. I'm thinking of Boseiju there. Okay, so we definitely should have just jammed because I did forget that Ottawa costs more. Okay, that was... really need to get back into playing this deck. Could tap here. So we're just going to let the opponent go for it here if they want to cast a hammer. Yes, they do have it. 1 damage here, 1 damage here. Obviously a good draw. Okay, so definitely should have gone for it before. Gone for our Rhinos, that is. We are going to get to make them here. If we can find a land, we can Fury. Don't know what I was thinking, this being 2 mana. I think I've been playing too much Pioneer as well with Karuga Fires, where this does often end up costing a lot less. Make some 4/4s. Well, we find a Misty Rainforest. If we play the Fury, that's 6. That's actually lethal next turn. And we're making more Rhinos next turn. Yeah, we're just going to play the Fury out here. Go and grab. We're going to grab forest or island. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Grab an island. Okay, just deploy the Fury. Put lethal onto the field. The opponent hasn't got any attackers this turn. I guess if they make a blocker paladin, they need more artifacts. Shadow Spear, they get to draw a card and put that on the paladin. If they can find an Ornithopter or a 0 mana artifact, which they haven't, Okay, we're not actually making Rhinos turn. So if we attack, they go. If they block, they have to block a creature because 4, 8, 11, 14. So yeah, we're attacking here. You know, we need to make them block. Keep a card in hand just to keep them guessing. Obviously we got really lucky with that fire ice draw. Must get back into play. Okay, opponent thought seizes. Just for information probably, and concedes. So what are we bringing in? So we've got decent cards here. 4 copies of Force of Vigor is obviously amazing. Do we bring in Blood Moon? All this stuff's great. Arcane Proxy is probably a little bit slow. Don't think we do want Blood Moon. I want all of this. Maybe Force of Negation isn't great. Maybe just bring in the extra Gemstone Caverns. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, this hand's fine. Turn 1 we're probably not going to suspend. Drum. Thopter. If they play a creature here, we'll probably Fury it. Okay, that's a good draw. So this goes and gets... We're going to get Stomping Ground. I think we're just going to kill that. Especially with that Sigarda's Aid there. I think we're just going to kill that. Cuts them off a mana from Springleaf Drum. You know, it stops them having a creature to equip. Sentinel. Sentinel's okay. Okay, that's a hammer. Can't kill that. Steam Vents. Okay. We're going to get to draw a card here as well, which is rough. But we can't do anything about it. I think we have to ice here. I mean, we can't ever pay 11 generic mana to stop that. Need to find Force of Vigor. Stoneforge. Thoughtseize. I mean, we've got so many Cascaders. If we can find exactly Force of Vigor, that would be nice. But I think that's possibly our only out here. We know the opponent's got another Colossus Hammer. Okay, another Violent Outburst. So we'll shock in. I wonder if we're meant to Fury kill this. Shardless Agent. Block. I think so. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter here, does it? Because has the opponent got enough mana to go? They can tap this. The opponent knows the contents of our hand anyway. I don't think it's going to matter. They've got another hammer in hand. They can just go Animate Nexus, kill us with Infect. Yeah. Fine. Okay, so on the play, we'll take out Gemstone Caverns. I think I am going to bring in Blood Moon on the play. At the expense of what, though, is the question. Maybe just one Blood Moon is fine. I think the rest of the cards are really good. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll play first. And our hand is pretty good. We need to find another land. Do we want to shock in? I think so, because then we can fire ice the turn after. Assuming the opponent, if they Thoughtseize, has to take Force of Vigor here. Well, yeah, they do have Duress, which is pretty rough. They're going to take Force of Vigor, one would imagine. Binding also good. 2 mana at this point, because we've got Temple Garden. We've got a lot of... Well, okay, they take Fire Ice. Crushing Footfalls. Okay, that's a good card to pitch to Force of Vigor. We'll go ice this. Okay, find another land, that's good. So now we just need a Cascader. Maybe the opponent doesn't have an extra land. Okay, they do have a land. Well, they find Thoughtseize. Very disruptive here. So we're probably going to... Finding Blood Moon now would actually be pretty good. Yeah, they take the Force of Vigor, as expected. Another Footfalls. So... I think we'll just go suspend Footfalls. I think we'll hold on to another one, though. Well, there's a Saga pretty good, having taken our Force of Vigor. Stoneforge. I think we're just going to kill that. Shadow Spear. Yeah, we'll kill that now. Stop them making mana. And we haven't actually got Swamp. Do we want this or this? Does it matter? I guess we'll get this one. Just because having double red for potential Fury later is good. Well, that's probably really bad. Especially since they've got a Springleaf Drum. Well, no, I don't think we do suspend. I think we just say go. Unfortunately, well, I don't know on that one. Really a shame that we didn't go and fetch a basic there. Sigarda's Aid. I think we're just going to use the mana here to Binding. Well, is that right? No, probably not actually. Well, we've got double Binding now. Yeah, this is really rough though. Oh, the double Thoughtseize effect again is pretty bad. That construct, we'll probably end up binding that. Okay. see what they go and get here. Could be, well, don't really know. Could be the 0 mana regenerate artifact one. Oh no, it's hammer, right? Equip it to that one, which is interesting. I guess that might mean they have another hammer in hand. Or a Stoneforge. Well, there's a Stoneforge Mystic. Fortunately, we've got 2 bindings. Probably going to take 4 here. Because the minute we try and react. Okay, so binding. I wonder if we're meant to just kill the creatures here. I think we're going to kill this one. Because then the opponent needs pure steel paladin. Still not making rhinos. That's actually a really good draw. I think we're just going to ice the Urza Saga here. Stop them making more tokens. Okay, Shadow Spear is fine. We know they've got another hammer. They can Nexus it as well, which is unfortunate. Oh, Force of Vigor. Well, I mean, there's good draws, and then there's that, right? That's insane. Oh, yeah, so I don't really know what we want to hit here. We're probably going to Binding the Construct. Okay, so let's go Binding here. Binding the Construct. And the opponent will probably go for. Okay, let's see. So they're equipping. Okay. So let's go Force of Vigor. I think we need to kill. I wonder if it's just Sigarda's Aid. What can they get? They can't go and get anything with this then. It's definitely this hammer. They've got rid of 2 hammers. Are they more likely to draw a way to get a hammer or an equipper? They've gone through 2 Stoneforges. I think it's just Urza Saga here. Like, it gets a hammer and it can make a token next turn. So I think that's fine. Although we could have just Blood Mooned, I suppose. How many? When are our rhinos coming down next turn? Okay, so obviously that was an amazing draw. Yeah, we'll pay the 1 here. We really don't want to let our opponent draw a card. Crashing Footfalls. Gone through 2 Force of Vigors. We're probably going to keep that for just another Force of Vigor, I think. We are dead to a top-decked hammer or pure steel paladin. Okay, opponent draws Thoughtseize. They probably take Crashing Footfalls. Well, okay, they take Blood Moon. I wouldn't have been surprised to see them take Crashing Footfalls there, because we're just saving it for. Oh, they find another hammer. Really? Okay, yeah, so we just lose now, I think. Because we have to go block here, we take 8. There's no point in double blocking. Actually, there probably is. No, because we have to draw hammer. We have to draw thingy anyway, so I think that's fine. We'll take 8 there, go to 1. Ugh. They've gone through 3 hammers in the top 18 cards. I suppose they can search for them as well. That was brutal. Well, that does put a stop. Oh, we can't attack now though. Okay, so we'll, are we meant to binding right now? I don't think so. I think we're meant to make them attack with this. Because they draw a card. I don't think that changes anything. They probably don't bother attacking with the Sentinel actually. Yeah, I probably should have just gone for it. Yeah, we probably should have just gone for that. So, yeah, we'll just get rid of the Stoneforge. Okay, so looks like the opponent doesn't have anything in hand at the moment. Okay, so they equip there, that's fine. So what can we draw? Well, I suppose we can draw that. I think we have to start attacking now. And then here, I think we're just going to go, we're just going to do it now. So we'll go this and probably Sigarda's Aid. So I mean, if the opponent had taken the Crashing Footfalls there with their Thoughtseize, I think Sigarda's Aid is the way there. You know, it just potentially stops them being able to equip. Okay, so opponent finds Dranith Magistrate, which stops us cascading. We draw a blank, so can't do anything here. Going to pay costs. Wonder if it's going to attack. Lifelink and Trample is fine because only a 2 power creature. So we could return that to hand, but I don't think we want to do that. I think we want to save the Dead Gone for a potential something better. Well, Urza Saga's pretty brutal there. I wonder if we need to go for this now. We probably do, because we can't cascade. Oh, no, I want to go gone. We need to draw exactly Cascader, which we promptly do. Cast our last copy of Crashing Footfalls. So if the opponent makes a token, how big? I mean, surely the token, if they make a token now, it's going to be, it's big enough to block a Rhino is the problem. Got a lot of power. They couldn't make a token. Yeah, not playing very well. Okay, there's the Magistrate. Well, there's another another Shardless Agent, but we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4 anyway, so we'll just cast it just as an extra point of an extra couple of points of damage here. Don't really know what we can find. Maybe we should have taken that block earlier. Yeah, this is big enough is the problem. Because then we could have fetched potentially. We've got one more copy of Force of Vigor. Got some Fire Ices which can, well, maybe do some stuff. They get Springleaf Drum, which is fine. I mean, if they, as soon as they find Pure Steel Paladin, we lose. Okay, well, that's now an 8/8, so we will block here. Block, block. They can't make any more stuff. Yeah, we'll just mod block it. The opponent will kill probably 2 Rhinos. They're going to give it indestructible. Oh yeah, they can make that happen, so they can kill 3 of these, but we do get to at least trade with it. Okay, so now we need something really quite good. I mean, that to tap, that is fine. So we'll do that in... Do we attack? This can block here. Let's attack for 2, and then this, yeah, attack for 2. So upkeep, ice this. We'll hold up this land so we can draw Leyline Binding. If the opponent's got Blacksmith skill. Okay, another blank, sadly. Yeah, we could have done with actually being able to fetch here. We haven't got any ways of gaining life. I mean, this game's probably over, but if we can kill... I mean, there's still a chance, right? You know, the opponent can just draw lands forever. Necromentia. Not sure what they name here. Probably... I mean, we've gone through all the Crashing Footfalls, so it could be, yeah, the last Force of Vigor. So, yeah, we're really struggling to kill this construct now. I guess Dead Gone is an answer. Yeah, Dead Gone. What else did we bring in? Can't think of much. Hallowed Moonlight as well. God, quite hateful. I guess this is also good against... oh, that kills us because they can just equip the Shadow Spear to it. Yeah. Okay, so we die to the Ornithopter. Yeah. Okay, that was unfortunate, I think. Maybe didn't play the best. I think... Yeah, the opponent finding that extra hammer off the top was really brutal. But close games, close games. Okay, we'll see you for the 5th and final round. Okay, round number 5. We see 2 lands. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, it's got the potential to make turn 2 Rhinos. So yeah, we'll keep. We're going to Gemstone Caverns. What are we getting rid of? Probably Fury here. Is it just Fury? Or is it just crashing? Yeah, we'll get rid of Fury. See what the opponent does. Obviously, we're going to need to top deck another land. Inkmoth Nexus, Ether Vial. Well, what does that say this is? Don't really know. Do we force that is the question. I guess we need... Are we forcing here? Force pitch Ardent Plea, play Violent Outburst. I think so. Otherwise this force is just getting us nowhere. Opponent might not have coloured mana as well. Okay, well that's not a good draw. Really need to find a land. I guess not all lands now make Violent Outburst. Right, show us a land. Untapped land. Yes. And that one does indeed cast Violent Outburst. Could be Hammer Time. Oh, yes. No, it's not Hammer Time. I'm going to go for this now. Just in case that it's some sort of blue deck that might hit a blue land for Mana Leak or Spell Pierce or something like that. I guess, yeah, this is fine. We had a very good hand here. Maybe forcing the Ether Vial was bad, but the force is not getting any better, so hopefully we're able to just beat them down with 8 power. Okay, lots of Inkmoth Nexuses here. Nexi. Okay, spend 4. Okay, Xander's Lounge. Do we want to play that or do we want to cycle it? I think we're attacking here. Opponent going to make... I think we'll play it. This land is any colour. How much would Leyline Binding cost? Leyline Binding it currently costs quite a lot. I think we're going to play it, yeah. Because if we draw Leyline, we kind of want to draw Leyline Binding. Going to be another matchup for our Force of Negations. We're not making another construct. They're going to be 3/3s. They get Ether Vial. Okay. And another Saga. So it is some sort of hammer deck. That's a good draw. Wait, 1, 2, 3 on suspend. Yeah, so we'll attack here. Opponent blocking both, which is okay for us. Should have left the Gemstone Caverns up, really. I think we're making Rhinos next turn as well. So opponent possibly trying to get to Pure Steel Paladin. They haven't got any colours of mana. Got 5 cards in hand. A bit surprised by the Ether Vial. Right, let's see if we can cast these Rhinos. Steam Vent, it's not the best draw. If the opponent makes a token, they can just block the Shardless Agent for free. So I think we'll just go like this. Okay, we'll play the Steam Vents tapped. I could have something like Esper Sentinel, I guess. Well, Giver of Rune's a bit scary, so there is Hammer time again. They still haven't got white mana though. We've got 4 lethal attackers. They've got potentially... oh, this is searching this turn, so make another token. What are they going to get? Could be Hammer. Oh, actually Hammer does... if it's Hammer and Pure Steel Paladin, then we lose. If they've got Pure Steel Paladin in hand. They get Ginger Brute. Okay. Cigar does aid, but no. Okay, well, this is a bit weird. We could do a drawing something good now. Well, that's very good. So if we attack with everything, that's actually really good. Oh, we tap. If we trouble is if we tap. If we tap draw, let's say we tap this, why don't we just attack with everything? Let's go to combat. Attack with everything, because we only need the Shardless Agent to get through. Okay, so this is probably Pure Steel Paladin. Stoneforge Mystic, but they don't have the mana to cast it. Okay, so we'll let them search. So how much, but they can't stop enough trample damage, so they're going to go block, block. I think we just let this happen, because we can't tap something without the Giver of Runes being a problem. So they'll go blah, blah. I think we're going to be able to get through with enough trample down. Oh no, we're not going to be. Yikes. Oh yeah, yeah. This should be fine. Okay. So this is okay. Yeah, they can't block enough here. I don't think there's any way they can do it. Well, these are absorbing as much as they can. Opponent's still taking 4. And we've got the Fire Ice as well, so... okay. So we get a little bit lucky there. I think actually the force on that was really, really good. Okay, so we'll bring in the Gemstone Caverns. Force of Negation will be cut. We'll bring in all of the Force of Vigors. Cut this, and then I kind of want to make room for Blood Moon. Like, sometimes you just lose the game to... yeah, sometimes we just lose the game to Urza's Saga. So let's cut a land. Do you think? Maybe if we're bringing in Blood Moon, we should cut some number of Leyline Bindings. Maybe cut 1 Leyline Binding, maybe 2 Leyline Bindings for a couple of Blood Moons. What do you think about that? Is Leyline Binding going to be better than Blood Moon? Actually, they are an Ether Vial deck as well. Maybe we don't want Blood Moon. I think we're going to go with it. I think let's try it. Let's try it out. Okay, well this is actually Yeah, we'll keep. And then we'll go land. Okay, get rid of... Could get rid of Blood Moon, but I think we're just going to get rid of a land. I think it's going to be Fiery Islet. Because this can fetch a basic, and Otawara can be good at. Okay, no creature though, which is good. Leyline Binding. Okay, I actually think we're just going to go Flooded Strand, pass. Yeah, there's not much point in Blood Mooning against... Well, yeah, we won't be Blood Mooning anytime soon now, probably. In fact, we might just use Fury here. Yeah, so let's go and grab Iron Swamp Mountain, Plain Swamp Forest. Yes, it's that one, right? Okay, draw another Gemstone Caverns, so not great. So we'll play the Otawara. No point in Blood Mooning, so I think we're just going to go Fury, kill this, make 10 power. Because then the opponent hasn't got a creature to equip the hammer to, and then we can just make... Turn 2, we've cast 5. We've cast a lot of spells here. Okay, make 10 power, go. And then we've got Leyline Binding as well, which I think we can cast. We've got 3, so it'll cost 3, but that's okay. Okay, there's a Saga. Pure Steel, Hammer. So I think now... Okay, yeah, they just get to equip it. So we're just going to Leyline Binding the Pure Steel Paladin. And then we can just attack. Attack for 10. We're going to hold this Crashing Footfalls. Because if we can draw Force of Vigor, opponent goes to 10. More Urza's Saga. They really need a creature here. I guess they could have creature Hammer. So if we go for it, the opponent makes a creature, it'll be a 2. If they have exactly like Shadow Spear, I think we have to attack with everything here. The opponent can go and get a hammer, but only 1 hammer. This is close. So if we just attack with 2 Rhinos, put them to... No, I think we got 4 cards in hand. They searched for a hammer. We lose this. Yeah, I think we're going for it. If the opponent has a Shadow Spear or hammer in hand, then it's really bad for us. But if not, it's really good. Oh, they've got something. Yeah, that probably loses the game. But I don't think, if we don't attack there, we get in for 2. Now they equip hammer, hit us for 16. Yeah, but the opponent pretty much knows we don't have anything now. Actually, I think they possibly just attack for enough here. Yeah, because they make that, that's 5. They're going to get a token, which would be 6. 16, and they get lifelink as well. Ether Vial 17. Yeah. And they gain 17 life. So now we need... So we have to fetch down to 1 here. I suppose we don't have to. Well, yeah, we do actually, because we need force mana. Okay, so I think going for it there, because let's say we hold back the stone, the Shardless Agent instead, then yeah, we're not winning that game anyway, because the opponent just goes, you know, do the same play, and then they might be a few fewer life, but yeah, we couldn't win that one. Okay, so we can take out now Gemstone Caverns. Maybe Arcane Proxy is good enough. It's a blocker, it casts more Rhinos. Maybe we don't want Blood Moon. I think Blood Moon gives us an extra. Like, the opponent did see it. And Urza Saga does a lot of work. Double Fury. I think we're going to mulligan this. I think we want to find better stuff than this. Oh, that's not good either. So we have to mulligan again, down to 5. We have to keep this bottom. Probably 2 lands. Then we'll just lead off on Breeding Pool, I think. No, we'll go and grab. Maybe we shouldn't be cutting bindings. I think, yeah, we've still cut 2. Maybe that's not right. Okay, so no play from the opponent. We didn't see black mana, so playing Swamp Forest. Yeah, we'll Swamp Mountain. We'll get that one. Okay, so I guess we'll just play Breeding Pool. Pass. Next turn we can Shardless Agent, make 10 power. Still nothing from the opponent, which is odd. Temple Garden, Plain Swamp Forest. So let's go and grab a forest, I think. Yeah, just a forest. Although we don't actually have in, that's interesting. Yeah, no, it has to be Steam Vents here actually, because we don't have an. Otherwise, we're going to want to hard cast this Fury at some point. They could have Hallowed Moonlight here, which should be rough. Yeah, okay, so that stops the Rhinos, but I don't think we can do anything about that. You know, it makes the opponent use it at least. And they haven't progressed their board at all. That must have been the draw either last turn or the turn before. Oh, we need to stop drawing lands though. Attack here. Float Strand, go. So we'll go and get the other Triome. So we can cast Fury at some point. Although, yeah, I don't think we've got any other ways of getting Mountain. Opponent's just not doing that much. Are we attacking here? See what we find, I guess. Basic forest. Okay, I don't think we're going to attack here, because if they go put in Ginger Brute's a different story, but if they go put in Esper Sentinel, equip Hammer, want to be able to block that. Giver of Runes, pretty good here. Ether Vial, an interesting addition to Hammer Time. We haven't actually drawn any spells, which is obviously really not good. So Shadow Spear implies they haven't got the Pure Steel Paladin. Lifelink and Trample. Okay, so we're going to kill that with Fury. Go and get basic island here. Right, some sort of spell would be nice. That counts as a good one, but do we want to cast Fury instead? I think we're casting Fury here. Deal 4 here. Something like Blacksmith skill would be a bit rough. Okay, I don't think we're actually attacking with anything now. I think the 2 damage is just not worth. If they go Pure Steel Paladin, Hammer, we're probably dead anyway. I don't think they've got Pure Steel Paladin. I really don't. But about to be proved wrong. Dranith Magistrate. That is quite interesting. The Ether Vial, because they could do that in response to a Cascade. Okay, Urza's Saga. We probably have to force that. It might be that we just force of Vigor the Saga and the Shadow Spear. It's got 4 cards in hand. They could sack the clearing. Okay. Well, that's pretty rough because we can't do that, although it is a good draw in itself. So exile. Yeah, so we can't actually do that. So we'll just bash in with Fury here. This has gone up to 3, which is interesting. Actually, this could then cast Force of Vigor as well, which is pretty good. Okay. Don't know what they can get for 3 mana. Okay, are we doing this now? I think so. Yeah. I think I want to kill the Shadow Spear. Because then Sharvus Agent blocking becomes so much better. Okay. Doesn't have hexproof, doesn't have hexproof. That's gone up to 4. What on earth are they casting for 4? Yeah, really not sure. Arcane Proxy is a bit awkward, but we've got enough mana to cast it for its full whack here. Maybe we meant to just cast it as a 4/3. It doesn't have flying, does it? No. That's really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll just attack with Fury. For 6. And then at the end of next turn, holding on to this dead gun is obviously really good. Just, yeah, in case. Then next turn we can, well, at the end of this turn we can actually present lethal by going dead gone, return the Magistrate to their hand. Esper Sentinel, sure. Paladin, sure. Hammer. So they'll get to draw a card. So if we instead kill, we could just kill the Paladin and keep attacking. I think that's better than letting them draw a card. Or we go bounce the Magistrate, the opponent draws. If they have, oh, this could be one of these things, I guess. We bounce the Magistrate, the opponent draws from that, and then we go untap Arcane Proxy, Force of Vigor, kill Sentinel, Ether Vial, although they do get another card out of it. I think that's getting too cute. I think we just need to kill the Pure Steel Paladin. You know, currently they have no way of equipping. You know, we don't want them to draw extra cards. At some point they're going to have to start blocking. This Ether Vial is a bit scary. Maybe they're building up to one of these. Flooded Strands, not great. There's no point attacking with Shardless Agent. Okay, they get rid of that, which is fine. Do we now just cast this as a 4 mana spell? I feel like it's better to wait. Maybe that's getting really greedy. I don't know. At some point, surely the opponent must have to block with this Drannith Magistrate. There's a Saga. Do we actually have any lands we can go and get with this? Not sure we do. They left that at 5. Ooh, Leyline Binding. That's probably over. Maybe we were meant to... No, I think that's fine. Maybe we were meant to get something else. Maybe we were meant to just attack with Fury, hold that up. Do we attack with everything? I think so. If the opponent flashes something in and then goes Hammer, I think we're attacking with everything. We can always cast this for prototype. Oh, we could have just cast... Ooh, Solitude. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Do we have another fetchable is the question. Don't think we need it. We're just going to cast this for prototype. Blue, blue, this. That's cool. Yeah, I forgot we had a Crashing Footfalls in the graveyard. It's only a 2/1, but enough to block Solitude. Yep. Make some more Rhinos. Oh, another Hallowed Moonlight. Really? Okay. That's pretty good. Didn't expect to see Solitude. We will block here. Probably should have thought about Solitude there. Yeah, I think we have to block if they go for it. Yeah, because otherwise they just keep gaining life. But we're pretty far behind now. Ephemerate, right? Okay. Was not expecting this. This is a certainly an interesting build of hammer, one I've not seen before. Seems pretty good. That's also pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna just, so they're gonna make a token and then we'll force the saga and the token. Saga token. Hello Moonlight is really good at the moment. Okay, so they get rebound. They get to exile our thing. See if so they got Pure Steel Paladin and now they have a massive lifelinker. We've probably lost this one. 13. It's not complete. Yeah, that really turned it around. That Solitude flashing in and the Ephemerate, yeah, just pretty bonkers. If they have another, we've gone through 2 Force of Vigors. I think we'd need probably another one. We get a 3. I mean, that technically keeps us alive. Because we can bounce the Solitude, take 2, but bouncing Solitude is obviously not great. So we need, I don't even know what we can find here. I guess Rhinos is okay. Yeah, it's really not looking good. Well, that is Rhinos, so we go block here. Okay, yeah, we're just dead because they can just attack with everything. Okay, well that was really, really rough. Like the opponent came back from 2 Force of Vigors, but you know that it does happen. Hammer Time seemed quite hard even with 4 Force. Don't know, maybe we played slightly wrong, but yeah, the deck felt okay. I don't know, I don't know, need to be ArcheusDota maybe to make it work. But hope everyone enjoyed that. I think it's definitely got something there. I think I was quite rusty playing it today. I think I need to play it quite a lot more, get the reps in. But hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.